Man, I so liked it before when we had music as an intro. It was so much better. 16 straight winning days. This shit is getting easy. Today's lesson is going to be correlations between things that you hear about and how they affect the market. Pretty important. And then your mental game. So it's going to be a pretty good lesson today. All right, but first, why everybody should be killing it. I'm going to go over my latest calls, when you had the chance to average down, how you had the chance to exit out. That way people are like, yeah, that's bullshit, man. This guy doesn't win 16 straight days. Yeah, I do. Everybody's killing it 16 straight days. So first, TTD, right? They had earnings. We were in there like $83, $83.50. They had earnings. The stock went down to $79. It spiked this morning up to $89, okay? I got out at $87. I didn't call the top correctly. Upstart, what was that? 2 days ago, I kicked off the YouTube talking about Upstart. It was 125 to 129. They just had earnings. They crushed it. It's 155 after hours. DocuSign, right? DOCU. I was in at what, 303? I sold this morning. It hit 314. I sold at 313.80. I made an alert. Hey, I'm selling this. It might go higher, but I'm selling it. I'm securing profit. Where did it end the day? At $301. So anybody that doesn't understand when I talk about securing profit, first off, you must be green to secure profit. If you're selling at a loss, you're obviously not securing profit. So let's continue with these positions, because how the hell am I killing it for 16 straight days? Okay, STX, same shit as TTD. It dropped on earnings. It went from $88 to like $80, right? Now where is it? $93. The institutions, right? The hedge funds, they're all playing. I want to curse this episode so much, but they're effing with your mind. They're screwing with you, okay? UVX, 2 times for profit, all right? Caterpillar hit 214. I've been talking about Caterpillar for what, 2 weeks straight. People have been saying, no, it's going down to 202. I say every time it goes to 206, I buy more. Every time it goes to 209, I sell. I finally got out of my spreadsheet positions today at 214. All right, Moderna, it was as high as 494. It closed at 456. I mentioned Moderna because other gurus tweeted about how they're doing these Moderna call options at 550. This is before today's action. And I'm saying, are they kidding me? They're breaking every freaking rule. They're going so far out of the money. They already missed the Moderna run up to like 500. They're going to buy 550 call options, and they're telling their 10 and 20,000 followers to buy the same options. Are they kidding me? I just don't get it. So you got the cheaper version, which is Pfizer and NVAX. But again, I've been talking about Moderna for days straight. Next, a new stock, which isn't so new because I've been talking about this one back to when I did my watch list, and then I've mentioned it every episode since. Edit, EDIT. So again, if you're not killing it, you need to adjust your watch list. You need to add some stocks that have inflow. I'm going to talk about 2 new stocks today. But Edit, I mentioned this at $44. It's currently like $62. I mean, that's crazy. Tiger, we sold yesterday, TIGR, okay? It could have went higher, but we sold, we took profit. Now what happened? Tiger went down today. Can't help it. Thought it was going higher, but that's why we secure a profit. All right. Today, I mentioned, don't get fooled. I made a personal play. I did some Tesla puts, actually only one of them at 714. I was pretty sure it was going down to 705 end of day. It didn't. Roblox, I mentioned I did this twice. It went to $85. I bought puts. I mentioned to my platform that somebody made an $8 million bet. They were taking put options out to the end of next week to 820, that Roblox was going down. Now, Roblox has earnings on 816. I love the stock, but I can't go against big money. Big money is telling me that Roblox is going down. I happen to think tech is going down because there's a rotation into Dow stocks. I happen to think the Dow is going down tomorrow as well. So we shall see if I'm correct or not. I am rarely bearish, but right now I am bullish on the SQQQ calls. They expire on Friday. I paid $22 per contract. I think they're probably like $24 or $25 a contract now. I'm not killing it, but 10% is 10%. GameStop, my puts on GameStop, right? They were going down. I took the loss on GameStop. However, if you bought in my puts and you use my strategy and you average down this morning, guess what? You're profitable. The point is, I don't care what position you're in. You got to do the right thing. You got to average down correctly. Episode 37, I've spoke about it before. What am I holding through till tomorrow? I'm holding puts on the SPY, meaning I think the market's going down. I'm holding calls on the SQQQ, which means I think tech is going down. And 81% of my money is on the side, which just means I have a shitload of money on the side, which I rarely do. but the market's frothy, okay? Everything was looking frothy. Crypto was looking frothy this morning. Everything was. So let's get into my lesson today, all right? First, correlations, all right? Let me have a sip of water here. Correlations, meaning how does shit affect the market? So when you hear them talking about oil or the dollar or gold or crypto or the VIX or something like that, how does it affect the market? We got the consumer price index tomorrow. We've been talking about inflation. We've been talking about reverse repos, which is the Fed supporting the market. How does that shit affect the market? You hear these crazy numbers. Good lesson. Glad. Listen up, ears, okay? US dollar, okay? It's a long-term correlation between the S&P and the dollar, meaning if the dollar is getting stronger, the market should be going down, all right? They're negative correlated. So when you hear in the morning, oh, the dollar is strengthening, you should say, okay, the SPY is probably going to go down today. When oil goes up, things are more expensive. You have a decreased economic growth. You have lower earnings, like say you're an airline or something like that. Oil prices go up. It hurts your pocketbook. So oil goes up, it makes things more expensive. It makes earnings go down. Oil going up is bad for the market. So dollar going up, bad for stocks. Oil going up, bad for stocks. Gold and crypto. People use these assets to hedge against inflation. So we talk about inflation all the time. Oh, where's the 10-year? Where's the 20-year? Okay, so great. That has to do with the consumer price index, which we're going to hear numbers tomorrow. All right, I'm going to slow it down real quick because people are more curious about the consumer price index tomorrow. So here's my thought process, and I've heard people say the complete opposite, all right? Consumer price index, the numbers come out tomorrow. It's basically comparing what you're paying for orange juice, milk, butter, gasoline, your everyday purchases, and how the price. So if the price is going up, and the price is going up, so I'm expecting huge numbers, okay? Which people say, oh shit, well that means the Fed is going to support the market and the market's going to go higher. No. Huge numbers will tell you guys that inflation's going to spike and it's going to go from 133 or 134, the 10-year, and it'll go close to 140 or 141. And when it goes up and the 10-year goes up, and here's my wager on the SQQQ, tech goes down, all right? 10-year goes up, tech goes down. It makes it more expensive to borrow money and invest in the stock market. Not everybody is like us looking for 100% returns. People care about the slightest inflation raise, okay? So what's going on with the Fed? If the Fed curbs its buying, all right, the buying support that they put into the market, the money they put into the market, there'll be less demand for bonds, less demands for stocks. Now, if there's less demand and stocks are going down and bonds prices are going down, what's going to happen? People are going to sell. So then it's going to force the market down even further. So again, I'm looking for CPI numbers to stir up a little trouble tomorrow in the market, and I have money on the side. So I'm not sure how I'm going to play it yet, but I already know I have two positions. I'm short the SPY with puts, and I'm long some calls for the SQQQ. So that's my play for tomorrow. Now, let's get to the most important lesson, okay, which is your mental game. Now, why is your mental game so important? Okay, because if you trade without having a strong mental game, you're going to F up your account. I should be cursing. You're going to screw shit up. Now, what does a mental game mean? It means you're fighting with your wife or significant other, okay? It means you're having a bad day, you're hung over, and you're trying to analyze the market, all right? You're having fears about money because you're too heavily levered into a position, or you got a bill or a creditor called you and said you owe money for this or that, and you're like, shit, now I've got to make an extra 20 grand or 10 grand or 2 grand or whatever it is. When you're trading with emotion, you're going to screw shit up, okay? So get your mental game together. Now, what does that mean? It means you got to be in a solid place. You got to be thinking straight. So you look at the market and you say to yourself, okay, I think the market's going to do XYZ or go down. And then you say, here's the position I'm going to take. If I'm correct, I will make this return. If I'm wrong, I will lose this much money. And then you enter into the position. You wait for it to spike or dip to get that best entry point. If it does, you just bought it on sale. If it doesn't, who cares? There'll be another position. Now, if your mental game is effed up and you're screwed up and you're arguing with your ex who's over about your kids or whatever it is, or your kids are yelling in the background, you're going to do something stupid. You're going to buy calls instead of puts. You're going to enter the wrong strike price. So your mental game has to be on point. You're trading with real money. And if you screw up your mental game, then you're just going to go downhill. Now, lastly, I make these YouTubes for like after school specials for my platform members. Anybody that's not a platform member, this is special for you then. Hopefully you jot down the stocks I talk about today and I mention, and then you put them on your watch list. And when they spike, you're there. And when they dip, you're ready for the dip. All right, let me mention a couple of more stocks because I saw some shit moving after hours. Ready? Cano Health. All right. There was talk about this stock. I alerted at like $10.40 today. It closed at $10.94, which is 5% higher. It's up 1.5% after hours. That's a new one. So anybody that's here with YouTube, yes, add that to your watch list. That one could run to $13. So yes, it's around $11 right now. It can run. Tesla, I'm looking for Tesla to drop. That's my own personal position. I am 10 wins and 2 losses versus Tesla. I am currently in a winning position with my one put, so I'm expecting Tesla to go down. All right, Clover, they're talking about a meme stock again. I'm watching it. It's on my radar, but it's gone down. It was at 850 when someone pointed out to me. It's 841 right now. All right, you want to hear the second stock that if the market is somewhat decent, we've been in this stock before. So please pull up the 1 month chart for ASXC. ASXC, okay? Pull up the 1 month chart. You'll see what I'm talking about, okay? The point is, up until today, it's been inflow, like 8 out of 9 days. Today, it finally pulled back. Again, the market was tough a little today. So I'm going to look for this stock, hopefully to pull back a little more, maybe to like 230, 225, and I'm going to jump in. It is on my watch list, and it is the new one. Also with Edit. Let's see where Edit ended today. Because again, I've been talking about Edit since 44. But I do know that institutions, they like Edit. So it closed at $61. It's up another 5% today. If you look at the 1 month of Edit, you will see what I'm seeing. For 6 straight days, there's been heavy inflow. No matter the shit and the turmoil that the market's going about, there have been people that have been buying up Edit ever since $44. That's what actually was even lower than 44. I noticed it at 44. Now, again, it's $61. So do the math. $17. That's like 45% in 4 days, right? I mean, the 5-day return is what? Yeah, 45%. That's crazy. So I've been talking about Edit since I did my watch list, which I think was 5 episodes ago. So, I mean, anybody that's missing out or you're talking about shit, I'm still in losing positions, drop those freaking bags, man. Get rid of those heavy bags. Turn your shit around. I don't care if you only have $500 and 3 day trades. My platform's $3.49. If you get 3 successful trades on the week and you make $120 per trade, right? And you have $500, you're going to have $860. Your account's going to be up like 67%. After 2 weeks, you're going to be up over 100%. It's the small piles that turn into big piles. Let me get some slides up. I only have like 4 today, I think. And then we'll do some questions because I know you guys have questions. All right, what was this one? So this was the SPY. This was the other day at 442.33. I saw some heavy selling. I know the pressure will be back. So I know the SPY is around like what, 442, probably like 70 something. My point is when it was up $1 this morning, I was buying puts because I knew it had heavy support here. And I knew, okay, here's the great thing about infrastructure. Let's get this slide off. Let's get the next slide on. And then let's get me on here. Right here. Okay, infrastructure, real quick. So everybody that's excited about the infrastructure bill, here's the freaking truth about it. I almost cursed again. Ready? First of all, 3 weeks for the House to approve it because it has to go to the House, and it's not going to the House until the Senate passes the other $3.5 trillion bill that Biden wants to do to help out every American or whatever the bill is about. I don't know. Point is, 3 weeks till it gets to the House, okay? Then they have whatever it is, let's say $2 trillion to spend. It's over 5 years. And then they have to break up the funds, and not all of it's going out at once. In fact, it's probably loaded to the back end. So the point is, all these companies that people are buying, Blink and Plug and this and that, it's bullshit, man. They're not getting the money yet. So if you profited off that, that is great. That is why we secure profit. That's why we claim profit and put it in our pocket. Okay. I mean, the thing is, we don't necessarily switch positions. I was in Caterpillar long, and I said Caterpillar can go to 220. The thing is, it spiked to 214 today. I was profitable. I wanted to secure profit. Now, somebody who knows that I sold my Caterpillar calls said to me, hey, dude, I took the opposite position. I put Caterpillar puts and I'm down 30%. Well, WTF, what the hell are you doing, bro? Just because I claim profit doesn't mean I took the complete opposite position for Caterpillar. The chart still looks strong as shit. So the point is, even when I sell stuff, all right, the chart looks good. TTD ran up to $89, maybe even $90. I sold at 87. Man, profit is profit. All right, let's get those slides up. I think I've got a funny story real quick. Proud Dad. This wasn't me, but one of my aliases happens to be Proud Dad of 2. Taught my 3-year-old daughter about investing. He said she could either have half a gummy prior to nursing school or 2 in the afternoon. She chose the latter. Good for her. So proud. Unfortunately, he ate them both. Volatility. That shit is funny. And it's funny because I won't only eat 2 gummies. I'd eat like 2 bags of gummies, and I steal my kids' candy all the time. All right, let's get another slide up there. All right, UVXY. Tick. Didn't happen today. What happened? The UVXY went under probably by $1. What did I do at 24.40? I tweeted out and made a comment that I was buying. It went all the way up to 25.12 again. I sold. I made profit. I love taking profit. It went back down to like 74, 24.74. I bought more. I think it finished the day at like probably 24.77. So I have some calls here into some more, but it's only a matter of time. It's like 8 out of 9 days. In fact, now it's 9 out of 10 days outflow for this. Okay, this instrument. That shit doesn't happen. So it's like a ticking time bomb. It's my volcano effect. I expect the markets to sell off very quickly, either tomorrow or the next day. It's coming, okay? It's got to be consolidation. I mean, we're at all-time highs. That shit is frothy. Volume is so light. So yeah, there's a warning message out there. Let's get another slide up there. Warning message today. Now, these are platform members. Now, this is Julie. She was struggling so much, but for like 3 straight days, she's securing profit. She secured 200. This is what I'm telling you, small accounts. She was under $500. She went from 5 to 6, 20%, right? And then she went from 6 to 8, 37%. Secure profit. The best thing ever. I am so proud. Next one, please. All right. This is yesterday. I made a post and I spoke about it. When something spikes and I give an alert out, it's for any bag holders. If you're holding a bag and I notice that your shit spiked and you want to get out, get the hell out, secure profit, keep the money on the side, wait for it to drop. After hours yesterday, this dropped to 850. So talk about you could have saved like 5-6% if you like the position and you're in stock. Let's get another slide up there, please. All right, this also made my day yesterday. So I forgot who wrote this, but this is great, man. He said his account was up 5%, but he feels like he was just crushing it because he understands how to enter bids now, okay? And this is a good lesson for everybody. I'll explain this one real quick. Ready? He entered 4 bids, meaning he was going to buy 4 positions. Let's say they were all $2 at open, right? They're all selling for $200. He put in bids for like, let's say $1.40 for all of them, okay? Now, obviously, you change it up. It's $400. You put in a bid for $300. Whatever it was, he was looking for like a 30 or 40% discount. The entire day passed. Whoom, swung right by. His phone beeped at him 3 times. 3 out of his 4 positions got executed, meaning he bought 3 contracts or 3 entry points on sale. Instead of paying $4, he paid like $2.80, right? That's 30% discount. It didn't matter. He didn't have FOMO. He didn't have to buy first thing in the morning, okay? So anytime you're not around because you're taking your kids to school, you work a real job, whatever it is, that's not an excuse. You find a stock you like. You find a position. You say, okay, these calls are $300. I would be willing to pay $210. I will take a 30% discount if they hit there. They don't expire till September. So if someone sells me them tomorrow, I would be happy with a 30% discount. So you put in to buy 2 calls, whatever it is, for $210. You take your kids to school, you go to work, you have friends, whatever it is. You have lunch with friends, you go to the gym, you don't pick up your phone all day. You're on your way home. You look at your account. You bought 2 calls. Boom. You got them at a 30% discount. Now, what do we do after we get something at a discount? We plan to sell them. So you buy a $3 call for $300. You buy it for $210 or $212 or whatever your bid was, okay? As soon as your bid activates, okay, you say to yourself, I would be happy. It started the day at $3. Maybe it crosses $3 again. Again, very simple strategy. It was $3. Maybe it goes down and crosses $3 again. You paid $210. If it crosses $3, you made 90 cents. And if you paid $210, that is 45%, 46% actually. So what you're doing is securing profit. All right. You're getting the item option on sale. All right. And then you're planning ahead to sell it. If you use up a day trade, too bad. If you're trading with a cash account only, that's great, but you can't use that cash until the next day, which is fine. I know people that have cash accounts and they just make a trade and they close it out and it doesn't let them use that cash and they use more. All right, so that's the lesson today. And get your game plan. If you missed about your mental game plan before, that is most important. If you're in a bad place mentally, oh, I feel like shit today. I feel sick. I feel fat. I'm fighting with my girlfriend. I'm fighting with my boyfriend. I'm fighting with my ex. Oh, my kids are acting up. My dog just took a shit in the apartment. I threw up on the whatever it is. If you have any situation like that, you should not be trading, which is why we don't trade with emotion, because I know people that have blown up their account. Hey, he's fighting with his girlfriend. Oh, fuck her. Oh, excuse me. Oh, he says, screw her. I'm going to make a killing today. I'm going to take the 25,000 we have invested together and I'm going to return 100,000. I'm going to take the money out of the account. I'm going to keep 75. I'm going to give her 25. She can go on the road. You know what happens? He's trading with emotion. He was trying to take 25,000 and turn it into 100,000. Instead, he took his 25,000 and turned it into 2,500. So he's fighting with his girlfriend, who's soon to be his ex-girlfriend, and now he tells her that he just blew up their account. He doesn't tell her why, that he was looking to kick her to the curb so he can get a fat place. But the point is, when you trade with emotion, you screw yourself, all right? No doubt about it. Let's get some questions up today. I don't have much time. If you appreciate this shit that I'm sharing with you and you believe it, okay, click thumbs up, subscribe to my shit. One more lesson, since I'm killing it with lessons today, and the shit's supposed to be more about lessons. I've mentioned this before. Have a notebook. Have it on your phone. Have a physical notebook. I don't care. When you screw up something, I would have cursed again. When you screw something up, meaning you paid too much. Oh, I chased. I paid too much. I really wanted to pay 60 cents. I paid 67 cents for the contract. I want you writing it in your notebook. I had FOMO. I paid 10% too much. Okay. And when you do something else that doesn't make sense, I scare sold. I sold before 10:30 in the morning. Write it in your notebook. Why? Because after you write this shit down enough every day and you realize that you're writing the same shit every day, you make the same mistakes. It seems you have FOMO every day. It seems like the dude I was talking to the other day. This is great. I said, let me guess about you. When we're all buying when it's going down, you're waiting till it turns around. And once it turns around, then you're chasing. And he's like, yes, I'm guilty. That is me. I have to make sure it turns around. I'm like, no, what we have to make sure is you have a game plan. So right there, if you like that, thumbs up, like, subscribe, not a financial advisor. Now we'll do some questions. These people should sponsor us. Sparkling Ice. We drink this every day. All right, thought about pins. Yeah, real easy. I think tech sucks. I think the chart on pins sucks. And when pins spiked to $60 the other day, and I alerted everybody, congratulations, you can get out of this shit. Because when pins announced its earnings, I think it went to $54. We all know what retail traders like to do. When something falls off a cliff, they buy it because it turns around. So no, as of $60, pins was shit. I'm thinking it's probably $56 right now, maybe $57. Let's look it up since you're nice and you were here for a while and you asked. Let's actually look at the chart for you. All right, pins, boom, 5 days, looks like poop, $57. Okay, it's off $1.61 today. You know what to expect tomorrow? Expect the same thing, if not worse. So it's off $1.61 today. Expect it to go down as much as $2 tomorrow. Expect pins to be at 55.55. Okay, that's an easy number to remember. That way you'll know if I got it right. If I got it right, please join me tomorrow at 4:30. I'm going to be back in the same spot. Let's get another question, comment. Matt, what do you expect tech and the data do if C can? Okay, so here it is. What do I expect it to do? The same shit it's been doing for the history. Every time we reach an all-time high, the market finds a new reason to throw up on itself. So this time, it was infrastructure. Now, I already mentioned infrastructure. They're not getting the money, these companies, for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. Then they actually have to do the work to earn the money for it to be on their books. So I get why people are buying Blink, Plug, all that shit, but it doesn't matter. I think people are taking profit. Volume's really light. I expect the Dow to go down a little. I expect the SPY to go down, and I expect tech to throw up on itself again a little. I mean, I've read about these earnings, and I think it's great. Anybody that was in DDD, again, another alert that panned out, right? DDD was 30. If you average down and you went out to what? August 20th, which means you still have over a week left because that was the next option, right? August 20th, double the amount of money. You're in DDD at what? $25? It went up 40% today, people. Your options probably went up 300%. So yes, I'll claim a victory on that one too, because that was on the list. All right, next one. Prediction for Pfizer. All right, well, let's look at Pfizer because I said it was going to be tough for Pfizer to go up 10% yesterday. by the end of the week because Pfizer has a market cap that's 260 billion. Now the crazy shit is, here's the crazy shit, because I didn't look at Pfizer all day today, but it went up to $48.19. Do you know how close that is to $49? Love's calls at 10 cents each must be, killing it. The volume was crazy today. All right. So what am I? I'm a contrarian. So you want my prediction on Pfizer? Everything looks peachy and good for Pfizer. I would be selling Pfizer. Everybody thinks Pfizer is the best, newest, greatest new game, toy, whatever it is. They all want to own it. I don't want to touch it. All right. $48 is a gift. 46 was pretty damn good. I mean, in a month, it's up 21%. In the last 5 days, it's up 5%. I mean, that's big for Pfizer. Pfizer doesn't move more than 40 cents. So a $2.20 move is huge. That's why securing profit is good. All right, next one, please. Hello, I got a GE $14 call. You're down 60. Is it shit? I don't know. I mean, James, I always tell you guys, feel your gut. All right. So the good thing is, it looks like you only have one call. GE, did they do a reverse split? So I'm gonna have to do the math here. I'm assuming that you're giving me GE1. So yeah, what did they do? Probably a 10 for 1 split, 9 for 1 split. 5 days, you have a call. GE doesn't look so bad. The 5-day chart looks good. So what does it look like shit before that? Now they've had inflow for GE 6 straight days. You have a call. If you're down, you should have averaged down. I can't imagine you're down. How the hell are you down? You must have bought like July 29th or something, or 30th at the peak, James. And I don't know why you'd buy GE at the peak, because that would be considered chasing. And James, you are a lifetime member. You should never chase. Next question. But yeah, the chart looks good on GE. All right, CrowdStrike. Let's see what that looks like. 4-letter stock. I am bearish on tech. So I'm already going to tell you that I probably believe CrowdStrike will go down. But let me see what the chart looks like right now. And again, my opinion on tech could change. I am bearish on tech right now. If tech goes down for 2 straight days and settles a little, CrowdStrike, big sell-off today. Biggs hasn't had a sell-off like this in a while. I'm going to assume it's going even further tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to add this to my watch list, because if it opens up a few dollars, I might buy some puts on this, because again, I think the NASDAQ is going down. So I'd be selling CrowdStrike at this point or buying puts. All right. CrowdStrike would be dangerous. It's very volatile, light volume. So if I'm wrong, I could get hurt that way too. But I would definitely be a seller right now. All right, let's get another question up there, please. All right. I love me some UVXY today. Rode both puts and calls. Yes. So I've spoke about that, Benny. I'm so glad you mentioned that, okay? You could play both sides. I played calls a little. I averaged down this morning. I said I wasn't going to do it, but when it dropped, I had to average down. And when it spiked above $25.12, I sold for profit. I sold for 22%. So you got me there. I didn't play the puts because I'm actually looking for it to spike a little more. I'm looking for the market to throw up on itself. I hope I'm not early. See, here's the bad thing. If I'm a week early and you hear me talking about how I expect the market to throw up on itself and it reaches all-time highs for the next couple of days, man, that just loses credibility. So guess what? I'm going to throw it on the line again. I'm going to be right again. The market's going to throw up on itself. I don't care if it's tomorrow, which is Wednesday, or Thursday. That shit's going to happen. The market is too frothy. The volume is too light. The CPI numbers are coming out tomorrow. So I'm telling you what to expect, and I'm telling you here. And I appreciate each and every one of you for watching now. And I hope that gives you a game plan for tomorrow on what you're going to do, whatever positions you're in. You're like, all right, the market's violent. When it opens, it goes up and down. So whatever you're in, you look at your position. You're like, I'm in this call. I will get 10% more than the current ask. I'll put it up there now or for tomorrow morning. Or you're in a put. Guess same thing, okay? Because it's going to be violent. I happen to think the market's going down. That's what I'm looking for. Let's get another one out there, please. All right, thoughts on Moderna? Yeah, easy right there. It hit a high of what? 494, some shit like that. People think and expect it's going to 550. I mentioned the valuation on Moderna is like $250 billion. All right, I don't care how much vaccine they're selling. If they were the only game, then yes, they're probably worth $1 trillion, but they're not. There's Pfizer, there's Moderna, there's another company, right? Johnson & Johnson. So yeah, I'd be very careful about playing this. I could see Moderna going back and testing like a 420 level. Yes, we all know I love the number 420. That's the number I'd put on there. More chance it would test 420 than it would $500, okay? That's how I feel about Moderna right now. Let's get another question up there. All right, Matt made 210 with puts on DDD today. Man, that's awesome, bro. That's awesome. So you were watching it, yeah, because it was up 41%, which is pretty freaking ridiculous. But calling the top on something like that is very chancy. However, I believe the market would consolidate. So yes, if you called the top on DDD, that's amazing. I was on the other side of calls. I only had 2 contracts left because I only had 1 contract going into DDD. So I only had to average down with 2 contracts, and I went out to August 20th. That's how I know my rules work. Even on small positions, 1 contract, I follow the rules. I buy 2 when I'm down on plug or whatever. I bought like 15 contracts, not a major position, about $3,000. But when you do the right thing, you take profit. I mentioned all the stocks that I have mentioned in the past 2 weeks and why I've been killing it for 16 days. So if you want to know why I'm killing it for 17 days, watch this freaking episode again. Write down the shit that I spoke about that you haven't heard me speak about. Understand the market direction, and then join me tomorrow. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everybody.